So I'm here on the screen and I'm working on this track. It's a very sparse track. It has not a whole lot to it, but I did notice a little bit of separation when I did correct some of the phase things inside of the mix. So let's get into how I do it. This plugin that I'm using isn't specific to what you have to use. It's just a plugin that I've been trying out, and I felt like it was quite a good plugin for what it does. It's been around for a while too, so I don't know. I just missed that boat. Maybe about 4 years or however long it came out ago. So this is called auto align, and what I would normally do is I'd set it up on a instrument that's most primarily the one I want to be in phase, and then sort of isolate things around that and try and work with that track from there. So the plugin, it's pretty straightforward. It's a simple plugin. Waves make plugins like this as well. There's a whole bunch of companies that make different plugins that deal with phase, but this one is kind of simple, so I thought I'd stick to it, and it's working fast for what I want. So you put it on the main, the element that you want to use. So I've got it on my kick, my bass, and also a synth. I'll just take those off, so I'll show you how it works. So I've got the first detection is the send, which is number 1. That's from my kick. And then I just get another plugin, drag it across, and I'll put it on the synth as well. I want that to receive number 1, so it's telling number 1 to go to number 1. And basically I'm just going to play the track. First, I'll just play without these 2 plugins on, so I'll just bypass them in total and play the track so you can hear it. So that's the basis of the track there. Now I'm going to isolate these 3 instruments and just show you what it sounds like when I correct the phase. It's a very minute difference, but it is something that separates the 2 instruments, and it does help me later on in the mix when I EQ and compress things. So let's go. We'll just first put the plugin on. So we'll put number 1 on. We've got that highlighted here. Sorry, that's number 2, and we'll just bring this one over as well. So that one is up and that one is up, and we'll just bring those separated so we can see what's happening. So pretty much what you're doing here is you're detecting the kick. So this is the kick instrument. I just want to have the same sort of thing happening here with the noise floor. So if I hit detect when I play, all right, so it showed me 128 is the sample difference between the 2. So there's a bit of a delay. Let's see what that sounds like with and without the plugin. So I'm just going to isolate this just for now and have a play. So hopefully you guys can kind of hear what I'm hearing here. It's a little bit of a more separated sort of mix, and I feel like the 2 instruments, especially the kick and then the instrument that's playing with it, so that's a synth sound, I feel like they kind of separate a little bit more so that it gives you a bit more clarity. This would allow me to then go in there and go, okay, I can EQ certain things out, or I don't need to EQ things, but I've got that clarity in the mix just by messing with the phase. Now, there's not a massive thing. I mean, if you see the mix itself, you can see these 2 things here. This is a synth here, so if I just zoom in a bit, you can kind of see the waves there. The waveforms are totally sort of different. They're a different kind of length, and they're not exactly canceling each other out, and that's the 808. But then I guess the kick, if it hits at the wrong time, then that can create a phase cancellation or some sort of a phase issue inside of the mix. So just look at these types of things. There are, like I said, other plugins out there that deal with this type of thing. But I felt like it was something that is very useful for, I guess, the first part of the stage of the mix where you want to get the clarity in the mix before you start adding EQ or subtractive EQ and compression. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. If it is, remember to like, subscribe, and also comment down below on what you guys use for your phase. plugins, or if you correct your phase a different way. I'd really like to hear it. I'm sure other people down in the comments would as well. So catch you guys in the next one, and peace.